Welcome back to Astro Secrets, your guide to understanding the hidden forces that shape our destiny. In this episode, we journey through the heart of the birth chart, from the radiant 5th house of creativity and love to the transformative 8th house of mystery and rebirth. These 4 houses reveal how we express joy, face challenges, connect in relationships, and evolve through life's deep transformations. Each one tells a story of love, service, partnership, and the cycles of change that lead to spiritual awakening. Stay with us till the end, and you'll understand not just what these houses mean, but how they shape the destiny written in your stars. Now we enter the joyful realm of the 5th house, Putra Bhava, the house of creativity, children, and love. The 5th house is where life shows its playful, creative side. It governs children and progeny, romance and flirtation, artistic talent, education, and those spontaneous moments of joy that make life worth living. In Vedic astrology, it's also linked to Purva Punya, the fruits of past life actions. So some talents and fortunes feel like gifts from another time. When the 5th house is strong, you'll see bright creativity, success in learning, happy relationships with children, and luck in speculative ventures or creative projects. Jupiter and Venus. Here often blessed with warmth, artistic gifts, and fortunate romance. Mercury brings clever expression and writing. The Sun gives confidence and leadership in creative fields. But if the 5th house is afflicted by malefic influences, harsh aspects, or a weak house lord, the same area can show creative blocks, heartbreak, delays, or difficulties with children, or risky behavior in speculation. Planets like Saturn, Rahu, or Ketu can delay or twist the expression of joy, making lessons karmic or unconventional. Practically, astrologers look at the sign on the 5th cusp, the 5th house lord, planets inside the 5th, and divisional charts, especially the D9, to judge children, creativity, or timing of romantic or creative peaks. Remedies are simple and active. Cultivate creativity. Paint, write, teach, play, chant mantras for the 5th house lord, practice charity and mentoring, and under expert guidance consider gemstone or ritual remedies. In the modern age, the 5th house also rules digital creativity, short videos, content creation, online art, and speculative ventures such as trading or gaming. So, if your creative work or side project lights up, check the 5th house. In short, the 5th house says where you play, love, teach, and create. Nurture it, and you'll find joy that multiplies. Next, we'll move into the 6th house, the house of service, health, and daily discipline, where challenges become the path to strength. The 6th house governs our daily work, routines, service, health, debts, and the opponents we must face in life. Think of it as the part of your chart that shows where you roll up your sleeves, the tasks, the struggles, and the steady effort that builds resilience. In practical terms, this house reveals your job habits, your relationship with coworkers or employees, how you face competitors or legal issues, and the areas of health and recovery where discipline matters most. It also rules small animals and daily routines that sustain life. A strong 6th house means stamina, the ability to overcome rivals, disciplined work habits, and success in service fields, medicine, law, public service, military, or any role that requires steady effort. Mars and Saturn here can actually help by giving energy and perseverance to fight problems. Jupiter can teach solutions through wisdom. Mercury brings skill in analysis and technical work. When the 6th house is afflicted, we may see chronic health patterns, ongoing debt or legal troubles, workplace conflict, or a tendency to attract enemies. But remember, the 6th house is an upachaya in many systems. It grows with effort. Problems here are often solvable through consistent discipline, correct habits, and practical remedies. In modern life, check the 6th for work routines, healthcare tendencies, and competitive arenas like startups or legal disputes. Remedies are practical: disciplined daily routine, proper diet and exercise, medical care, service to others, and mantras or rituals if they suit your tradition. In short, the 6th house asks, Will you face life's small battles with consistent effort and turn them into your strength? Next, we'll move to the 7th house, partnerships and marriage, where two lives meet. The 7th house sits opposite the ascendant and shows how you relate to the other. It governs marriage, long-term romantic partnerships, business partners, legal contracts, and one-to-one public relationships. Think of it as the mirror where your private self meets the world in union. A harmonious 7th house brings balanced relationships, easy diplomacy, and supportive partners. Venus or Jupiter. Here often bless partnerships with warmth, harmony, and luck. Saturn here can bring delays, a serious or older partner theme, but also long-lasting commitment built from effort. Mars can add passion or conflict. Rahu and Ketu can create karmic, unconventional, or intense relationship patterns. To understand marriage or major partnerships, astrologers read the sign on the 7th cusp, the 7th house lord, planets in the 7th, and especially the Navamsa D9 chart, which reveals the true nature and destiny of the partner and marriage. Timing uses dashas and transits of the 7th lord or planets aspecting the 7th. Practical remedies and relationship work are about balance. Strengthen communication, practice diplomacy, seek counseling when needed, and use traditional remedies for the 7th lord only under expert guidance. In short, the 7th house teaches us how to share, compromise, and grow with another. A sacred mirror that shows what we must learn in union. Now we enter the 8th house, the deep chamber of transformation, shared resources, and the mysteries that remake us. The 8th house is where life asks us to go deeper. It rules transformation, shared wealth and inheritances, sexuality and intimacy, hidden knowledge, and sudden events that force change. In classical Jyotish, it also appears in longevity discussions. But modern practice treats such topics with care and compassion. When the 8th house is strong, it gives psychic insight, resilience after crisis, success in research or investigative work, and the ability to access hidden resources. When afflicted, it can show sudden losses, secret problems, intense relationship challenges, or health crises that require careful, practical action. Planets here act intensely. Mars can bring courage and conflict. Jupiter can turn crisis into spiritual growth. Saturn asks patience and discipline. Rahu and Ketu point to karmic or unusual experiences. Interpreting the 8th requires looking at the 8th house lord, planets in the 8th, aspects, and divisional charts, like D9 and D30, and always combining astrological insight with sensible, real-world steps. Working with the 8th house means practical care, legal protection, sound financial planning, medical attention where required, and psychological or spiritual support. It's a doorway. Loss and mystery can either break us or transform us. The 8th house teaches that intense endings are often the threshold to deeper beginnings. And with the mysterious 8th house, we complete our journey through the middle segment of the zodiac wheel, from the joy of the 5th house to the deep transformation of the 8th. Each of these houses teaches us how creativity, service, relationships, and rebirth shape the human story written in our stars. But our exploration doesn't end here. In episode 6, we'll step into the higher realms, the 9th to 12th houses, where destiny expands into wisdom, karma, dreams, and liberation. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Click subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss the final chapter of this cosmic journey. Until then, may the light of the planets guide your path, and may the secrets of the stars bring you clarity and peace.